How the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious, and I am happy to report at the time of this video going live, my new gear codes are complete and they are live and available for all of you guys for free. So in this video, what I want to do is explain what gear codes are. This is just a term we use in the game for the gear recommendation settings. I've created custom settings that are going to help you guys out a lot if you choose to use them. I'm going to show you how to use them because some people struggle with that technical aspect. Then I'm going to tell you when to use them. When can you make use of this feature so you can have the fastest, easiest, best gear cleanses possible. And then, very importantly, I'm going to tell you when to start using each code. When do you have to start using the mid-game code? When do you transition to the late endgame code? And then if you want, when do you start using my personal code, which is the strictest of the three codes? I do want to say, guys, not all videos are created equal. Some videos take 10 minutes of work and then I just film. Some videos take hours and hours of prep. This is one of those videos. We've been working on these codes for literally 2 months. We spent an extra few hours today making sure they were perfect, final checks, stuff like that. If you do appreciate it, please do me the favor of hitting that subscribe button over there. It goes a very long way. You can see we're less than 900 subscribers away from 50K. It would be so cool if we could get there by the new year. Thanks. Let's get back to it. I want to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to 2 of my moderators, Pink Jesus and Hawkus. These guys helped me a ton on updating the gear codes. The last big update was 9 months ago. So with this update, I wanted to make sure I did a deep review of each code, overhauled everything that needed overhauling, and I also wanted to accommodate some of the things that have changed in the game. So I'm very happy with what we built. I cannot wait to share it with you guys right now. If you want a deep dive on every single rule, something very pedantic and nerdy, where I go through every rule on every code and explain what that code is doing and why I made those choices, I will release a second video that should come out probably 2 or 3 days after this video goes live that will be much longer than this, and we'll get into all that nitty gritty. But for now, let's get into these gear codes. What are they and how can you use them? So they are all live on my website officially at the time of this video going live. You can see right now as I'm filming, we have this video behind me. This video and this video, these were the last 2 videos explaining the last code. By the time this video is live, this video will be here instead, the one you're watching right now. You can find all the codes right here. You can see you can import them directly into the game. I'm going to show you how to do that. The last update is always here. So at the time of filming this and the time of a lot of you guys watching it, it was today, December 6th, 2025. But if you're watching this in the future, you can always refer back to the last change made with this line of text here. Now, a very important thing, and I want to mention this right at the start, always include the equals sign. The number of comments, some very rude, that I get on these videos, because I've been doing this for over a year now, releasing different codes to help you guys. The number of comments saying my codes are bugged or I effed up, this, that, and the other, when all that people are doing is they're forgetting the equal sign at the end of the code, the number would blow your mind. It's crazy. Dozens and dozens of comments on every video. I promise nothing is wrong. They all work. I have quadruple checked each one, importing, exporting, everything. Just remember that equal sign right here. So whether you're using that mid-game code, the late endgame code, or my personal endgame code, please copy and paste the whole thing. You can find these codes. They're all right here. These are the codes. I've already updated it on the website while I'm filming. You can find all of these in the description of this video. Just copy and paste the whole thing, including the equal sign, or go to my website, fastidious.gg. You can click on Tools, then go to the end here, Gear Codes, and just click this copy button. You can see we've included this little tooltip. Shout out to my web dev, Archer. It says click the copy icon next to the code and copy it directly. So whatever code you want, and I'll explain which players should be using which code, you click it, it will have a check mark. That means you copied it, and then you can directly go and paste it into the game. So that's the first thing I want to go over. How do you import these codes? Let's say I wanted to use this mid-game code. Click here, you get the check mark, it's copied, or just copy the whole thing from the description of this video. Go into your game. Let's actually go to the camp screen. Click on Heroes, then click on any hero, go to Gear, click on any piece of gear, and click Sell. Then in the bottom corner here, the bottom left corner, you're gonna see recommendation settings. Click that, and you'll actually see on that button, let's go back for 1 second, there's a little thumbs up. That thumbs up is kind of the icon for recommended gear. So what these settings do is they decide which pieces of gear get a thumbs up and which do not. So click on recommendation settings, click on manage plan, and then click import plan. Remember, you were just on my website or in the description of this video, you copied and pasted. So all you have to do is click here and press for PC, Control V, or for Mac, Command V. If you're on your phone, just click with your finger and then press paste. You do this, or just press the paste button right there, then press search, and you're good to go. You can see the owner of the code. This is my code. It's imported from Fastidious. The number of rules. I've done 23 out of 25 rules on this one. We'll go over that at the end, but I've left some space. I've done a lot of consolidation on these codes so that they all have at least a couple open rules. So either we can think of new rules together. If you guys think I missed anything, let me know in the comments. Just let me know which set of rules you're talking about, mid-game, end-game, my personal rules. Or what I'd encourage you to do, if you want to add any rules of your own, once you import it, you can then edit and add your own new rules. I've left space for that this time. So I've pasted it, confirmed the import, plan imported. And now all of the rules in order with the titles, they're all here. Now you could go through and you could read all the rules and learn a lot about it, or you could wait for my video on Monday or Tuesday when I break down each rule in crazy detail, or you could never give a crap about it. Trust me, the settings are good. Once you've imported it, you see the names are there, you saw it was imported from Fastidious, you know you're done. So now you've done it. You have my settings. So the pieces of gear that get a thumbs up and do not are now all in concert with what I've created and my values for that specific code. It's all working. So now how do you actually use it? How do you get the most out of this? Well, it's simple. You now click on sell, and whenever you want to cleanse, you can click quick select, click unrecommended gear. So this is every piece of gear that I do not think is worth a recommendation, is not worth a thumbs up. Click OK, and it automatically will select everything. So I have cleansed recently, only 10 were selected, but some of you guys might put in these codes and the number could be 100, 400, 800 pieces of gear. And if you trust me, I think you should. I've done these codes a lot with a lot of success for a lot of people for a long time, 100% for free. You can confidently just sell. You're gonna get a ton of gold and most importantly, a ton of space. So you can see right now, I actually have to go through and do a proper cleanse. This is something that every once in a while is unavoidable because at some point, all your gear, let's just click on a piece type here. All of your gear is gonna have a thumbs up. You know, when you get deeper into the game like me, I only keep good gear, but you know, even if you're farming all the time, or even if you're not, you're gonna reach a point, look at this, everything has a thumbs up basically, right? You might find some random locked stuff. If you do and you wanna sell it, you could do that. But basically any single piece that is not locked will get auto sold with my tool. You can decide to include or not include already enhanced gear. That is up to you, but you'll see. And you can let me know in the comments, how many pieces of gear did this cleanse for you? Because I've seen people cleanse like 800 pieces at once. And you can do this confidently. Just make sure you use the right code. And perhaps the coolest use of this feature once you import my codes is when you go to do some auto battles, you can select auto sell non-recommended gear. So you can see that line through the thumbs up. Any piece of gear as you're farming that does not get a thumbs up will automatically get sold. So if you click that, you are cleansing while you are farming. This is so powerful. Even if you're like close to being full and you're like 200 away, it could take you thousands and thousands of runs before you actually have to do a proper cleanse. I love this new feature and it works so well with my codes. So let's talk about that right now. Who should be using which code? Well, it's pretty simple. Let's pop this open. I have a bigger version here. When do you start using any code? Because the game comes with its normal settings, its random baseline recommendation settings. Those are fine. Personally, I would never do any cleansing if you can help it, outside of absolutely terrible pieces of gear, you know, flat main stat stuff on the right, stuff on the left with completely irrelevant substats. That stuff you can always throw out yourself, but I wouldn't start using a code until your entire gear inventory is full. There's really no reason to cleanse until that point. Of course, if you need some gold, you can go through it. You can use their settings. You could start using these earlier, but personally, I would not use any code until you have a full inventory. At that point, I would start using the mid-game code, and I would confidently use this code at least up until the point you have cleared Gear Aid 1, 2, and 3, stage 19. There is no reason to use the more advanced codes because they're a lot stricter until you're deeper into the game. And I'm telling you, like, until you've beaten all stage 19s or higher and you're farming at a higher level and you're starting to get tier 2 gear, it really doesn't matter. You're going to use tons of broken set stuff. Trust me, use the mid-game code. It is a lot looser. I still put a lot of work into it, but that is the code for you. Do not let your ego get in the way and think, oh, I want to use the late game code so I get to late game, end game faster. No. If you're using the wrong code at the wrong time, you're going to get there slower because you're going to sell a lot of the mediocre but useful gear you need at that point in time. So please use the mid-game code. Personally, I would probably do this. I would not use any code until my inventory was filled. Then I would start using the mid-game code. Then once my inventory was full again and I had beaten all 19s, I would do a cleanse. Then I would farm all the 19s, whichever ones you want to prioritize. I would suggest Gear Aid 3 and Gear Aid 2. I would farm 500 of each or 1,000 of each, something like that. After that point, do one final cleanse with the mid-game code, and then you can move on to the late and end game code. So that is when I would make that shift. Now that late and end game code is pretty strict. Once you start using this, you're going to get a lot less thumbs. Consistently, you will do 100 runs and get 1, maybe 2, maybe if you're lucky, 3 pieces with a thumbs up. Sometimes you'll do 100 runs and get none. It is that hard to get good gear in this game. So once you start using this code, it will last you for a very long time, And I would use this code until you reach what I would consider the proper endgame. At that point, you're probably an advanced enough player that you can start tweaking and editing this code yourself and make your own version of my late and endgame code. Or if you want, and you just want to keep it mindless, use my personal settings. These are literally the settings I use. And it will be the same thing. Let's say you reach that point, click here to copy, you go. I actually need to do this because I want to put my settings back in, manage plan, import. Here are my settings. You can see this one's only 22 rules, confirm import, and there you go. These are my personal endgame settings. I would really not start doing that or worrying about moving on from the late to endgame code until you're really only focused on endgame content. So like high scores in Abyss 1. Really progressing in Matrix, very competitive in Arena, Overlord and above. Until that point, you don't really need any extra customization. This is going to last you a very long time. This is a pretty advanced code. Also, guys, once you've imported one of my codes, if you want to change anything, please feel free. Some people don't like the crit rate rules. Some people don't like the glacier rules. If you don't want that stuff, freaking delete it. I will not be offended. You can use my codes as a baseline and then customize how you like it. So there you go, guys. That is everything. Now you know what they are, how to import them, when to use them, what they're good for, and when to switch to the next codes. Like I said, if you want a crazy, crazy deep dive, please check out my next video. It's going to be really, really nerdy. But for now, I wanted to get this video out, let you know what we've done here, and I want to make sure you get these codes as soon as possible. So if you want to see them on your screen, here you go. If you want to just copy and paste from the description, there you go. Or if you want to keep it really simple, go to fastidious.gg, then go to tools, then go to gear codes, and just copy whichever one you want to use. Final tip I'll give you, copy directly, double check. So let's say you wanted to use the late endgame code, copy it, paste it in here. Let's actually do it together. I won't import it, but I'll show you the whole thing. We'll go recommendation settings, manage plan, import plan here. And now just double check one more time before you commit to it, right? So you can search. I'm not going to import it yet. I want to keep my rule. But if you want to do it, you'd be confirm import. But before you click that button, wait, is this the right code? I want the late endgame code. NTE3MZE =. Let's check. NTE3MZE. If you do that, it's foolproof, I promise. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your patience on this. People have been asking for this for over half a year. It takes a ton of time. I can't overstate it. I know some people are going to say, well, this content creator got his out months ago, or this one or this one. I don't want to be a dick, but I just spend a lot of time on this. I'm not saying other people don't, but I do. So I want to release it when it's ready, when I have enough time to go over it again and again and again. That time has finally come. I'm finally confident with this product. there you go. Enjoy it, use it for free. If you appreciate it, please do subscribe to the channel. I've been Fastidious. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.